Alright, welcome in everybody. We got Guilty coming in with that like in that shirt. That was yesterday. We got Joe coming in with that like. We got Cody coming in with that like. You pay me 90s arcade vibes. That's funny. Feel like you're walking into a Mario world. Love that. Finally been waiting for a minute or so. Appreciate you, Leo. Sorry about that. Running a little bit behind today, so we're going to do this super quick. Yeah, I know. We're gonna change it. I'm just looking for something different. I've gotten the same result from a few other people, so appreciate the feedback as well. Right, we're gonna go through this real quick. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. It's our Pro Am division here at DMJ Vroom Vroom North America. Choice of Weapon Season 3, ladies and gentlemen. Last week we raced a Trial Mountain for round 4, and it was a doozy of a race. So Seaside, we seen from the pros last night, was a little interesting. A little bit of a press release happened there in that pro division last night as well, so if you missed that press release, definitely want to go and check that out. We won't have time for it here today. It is a 50-minute race here today with no qualifying. It's going to be based off the championship point standings reverse grid. So our championship point leader, CB Matt's going to start in the back of the pack, and Heathen, who's at the bottom of the point standings due to having just some terrible issues here at the beginning of the season with connections, that's going to be starting on the pole position, so a little bit of redemption maybe for Apex Racing's Heathen here tonight. It is going to be a racing medium mandatory tire. The pit window is at the end of lap 4, and it is S1 weather with early morning times 8 multiplier. Let's keep it rolling. All right, specific details for the series is 5 times tire wear and 3 times fuel consumption. That means every time the drivers go through the chicane, every time they go around, lap around the racetrack. I'm sorry, my computer is screaming in my ear. I can't even hear myself think. Okay, we got that fixed. All right, so every time they go around the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, it'd be 5 laps worth of tire and 3 laps worth of fuel. So fuel and tires are going to probably be a little bit of an issue here for the drivers. I've seen lots of 2-stops last night in the Pro Division. It's no BOP on, no tuning. It's traction control and ABS are the only settings allowed in the series. It's heavy damage on. Track edge is real. Slipstream is real. The track limits are on weak penalty system. The pit lane penalties are turned on, and all flag rules do apply. So we are using the gaming penalty system to help enforce the situation during the races. It is a grid start with a false start check on. It is 5 liter per second refuel rate in pit lane. It is on race for real settings, and of course the mandatory tires, which are the racing mediums, must be used for 1 full circuit lap. So that means that they cannot just do an out lap or an in lap. They have to do an out lap and a full lap in order to count that tire as a mandatory tire. Again, it's a 50-minute race based off championship standings in reverse grid. So we're getting real sketched on time here right now. So we're going to get ready to kick this thing off. Where's Apex Larry Bird at? Yeah, oh, he's in that pro division. He was on last night's race, ladies and gentlemen. You want to see what happened? You just got to watch the replay over on the pages there for the pro division race. And yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. All right, so I think we're about 2 minutes from race start here. So we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. Whew, we made it through. I appreciate you, Leo. We'll take care of that intro song. All right. Dragontrail Seaside. And there you go on the screen in front of us. We all know it. Anybody who races in this game loves it or hates it. Nolander coming in with that thumbs up. Murray coming in with that thumbs up as well on the stream. How we all doing tonight? It's Wednesday. Happy hump day. We got 16 drivers. We got a stock grid tonight, chat. Everybody is here. And I got to tell you, it has been interesting watching practice here so far tonight. So, changed up hosts here tonight. I'm not running the show here behind the scenes tonight. We got Bandit Zeke coming in. Of course, one of the admins here at the page as well, stepping in as host here tonight. So, we're going to see how it goes. Fingers crossed. That's when 15 drivers start on the grid tonight. 15 drivers come across that start-finish line tonight. We'll have to see how it goes, but much love to Bandit. And, of course, we got Superman as the in-race official here in the Pro-Am division to help see any red flag situations that, of course, I miss as broadcaster. It's happened once already this season, so much love to everybody in behind the scenes. I think it's time to go racing. That thing is really screaming in my ear tonight. I'm going to turn that way down so I can focus on the action at hand. So I'm going to send the message, and these drivers are ready to go. Look at that. These guys are on it. These drivers are on point. I love these Pro-Am drivers. They're always so ready to race, and I appreciate them for giving me an extra 20 minutes tonight as we were running a little bit behind. So, my guy, let's go, Mr. GT45 Gaming. How you doing, Nolan? Every time they go through the chicane, they risk death. Facts. All right, so There we go. Message has been sent. When Bandit is ready, he is going to kick this race off. And we're going to get to the action on the racetrack. So we'll bring some championship point standings up here at some point in the stream if these Pro-Am drivers give us some time to do so. And we'll break down what's going on here at our midway point in the season. We do now have 2 Crown Sportsmanship Award champions. I know last night on the broadcast I said we did not have that, but we most certainly now do have that all set in stone. So the man in the chat, Mr. Nolander Gaming, coming in with the winning those 5 championship points in the Pro Division last week. So he'll be getting those 5 points on his standings after this week's round is all official. And ATB, or Apex Guardian, on screen, ladies and gentlemen, is the winner of our Pro-Am Division Sportsmanship Award for the first time this season. So 5 bonus points going to him as well in the Pro-Am Division. So congratulations to both our drivers for being the most sportsmanlike on the racetrack during the season so far. Absolutely fantastic, and it's an honor to receive that award. That is, of course, voted in by all the drivers. And Bandit may have missed the memo, or he knows something I don't know. Let's go ATK, says Streeter Tom. Hey, how's it going, Tom? Let's go ATK. Look at this man coming in with the likes on both platforms. This man is getting around. There we go. Oh. Oh, maybe some of the drivers are unaware we're on a reverse grid here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. Mamas and dads. Kitty cats and doggies. Oh, kick them tires. Light them fires. Let's go racing, folks. Let's just get that information off. Ooh, it is a long set of lights here tonight as we got 4. We're in 5 reds, waiting for that green. Drivers are revving up, and we're green, and we're off, and we're going. And it looks like all drivers get a clean start. So here we go. Seaside, turns 2 and 3, hollow bones. This is Holix right here, turn 1, this little kink. Ooh! And we got Vegas getting a little bit spicy on the inside apex there, but so far so good. Heathen's going to take it a look up the inside and side by side with him. And oh, we got contact there. Great save by Heathen. As a little bit of contact between him and Ginger there as they started off the race. And Heathen just getting that car stopped in time. So far so good. No damage on any of our drivers thus far, which is fantastic. All right, so it's ATK Fast Ginger here now in the lead. And we're just going to keep going through our field here quickly as we just want to make sure we got our eyes on all our drivers here. And it is very tight racing. Soul Invictus there just tucked up in behind Bandit. And he then is 14th. We got Matt there a little bit slow and Death a little bit slow. So these guys might have just backed off the race start here a little bit. I'm not sure, but no damage on any car here so far tonight. So looking good, looking good. We can't see it. Oh, you're right. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Appreciate you, chat. My goodness. Gotcha. What's going on? We're racing. We're coming into the feeding for the first time. Great time to catch the chat there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Fail on the streamer. All right, so everybody's surviving. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I love you all. Paymate coming in with that thumbs up. Thomas Copeland coming in with that thumbs up. Leonard B-Fam coming in with that thumbs up. So here we go. Battle for first place. We got Vegas Paul tucked right up in behind Fast Ginger here. And it might be a battle as we come into Hollow Bones. It's a good passing opportunity right here. So see if Vegas takes it. No, Vegas is going to play nice here. He's just going to sit in behind Fast Ginger here for the moment. And not the worst of ideas. Superman up into 3rd place here as well, starting in 4th place. Petey all the way up into P4 here already. So he has made some traction. I believe he started in like 11th place, so up what appears to be 7 positions right now on the racetrack. So he made some moves quickly. We got Miguel in 5th place, we've got Mustang in 6th, we've got Egon in 7th, we've got Chip in 8th. We've got Soul in 9th place. We've got Bandit here in 10th. We've got ATB right in behind here in 11th. Racing from vacation, ladies and gentlemen, is ATB tonight. We have Death here in 12th place. We've got Matt, our championship points leader, coming in tonight here in 13th. He started at the back of the pack tonight. He then down in 14th here. Of course, we've seen him just get a little bit of contact going into his turn 2 there and got him off the racetrack. And in 15th here is Jonesy. So Maybe some self-induced mistakes coming here from these drivers very early on, but swapping positions very quickly. I don't see any damage on the race cars, so we're looking good. Oop. I don't know what I just pushed there, but did something. Ooh, an ATB there, a little wiggle coming out of the feeding there, but he gains on Bandit. Let's stick on with ATB here, as we're going to go side by side here. So the ATB is going to take a look up the inside of Bandit, and Bandit's just going to chill there on the outside. He's going to tuck right in behind ATB, so Bandit not looking for an immediate fight here, but oh boy, was I wrong, as he goes back up the inside, and it's cut back here, and it's a drag race now, as these two head down the start-finish line here to start lap 3. So this is a battle for 10th and 11th place here, and ATB I think just has them edged out here. No, we're side by side as we come through Holix and coming into Hollow Bones. Oh, we got yellow flag up ahead here, so what is going to happen? You can see ATB backing out there, realizing that if a pass is made under yellow, it's going to be a 3-second penalty, so he is being extremely patient here right now, and it looks like it was Vegas Paul in the wall there. That was a great job by these two, and it is battle re-engaged. So that is some heavy racing awareness right there by Apex Racing's Guardian to take it off the gas pedal, not make that pass under caution, and not pick up a 3-second penalty there. GG's, and it is battle back on, but right now Bandit is holding strong here in 9th place. So that was a great little battle right there for a 10th and 11th place. Sheesh. Hey, what's up, John Grayson? How you doing, my guy? Coming in with that thumbs up. Sheesh says, baby. And Ginger, 3.1 seconds up the road. Pete Snow tracking him down 3.1 seconds behind our race leader. Miguel now in 3rd place here. So interesting. We got some drivers hold down the field. Soul Invictus very quickly making his way through the field. We know this driver's quick, so let's see if these guys can hold him off here this week. We've got Mustang in 5th place. We got Egon up into 6th. We've got Superman down in 7th here, and ooh, a little bit of splitter damage on the front end of this car here. Oh, and that was Chip Reese coming through the feeding there, and I think the feeding just claimed its first victim here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to drop a couple positions to Bandit and ATB, who are still battling in behind him here right now. So a healthy little battle happening here for 8th and 9th place as we're on board with ATB, and he's got the inside coming into Chimera, and Bandit is just giving it here. He is not giving it to him. Let's see if he gets the cut back again. No, ATB gets it done this time on the outside as we're coming around the caudal fin struts, I believe it is, ladies and gentlemen. Fin struts is that little kink right there, the final corner. And what those fin struts are on a Dragon in, based off, of course, the Croatian ancient history and all the research that Miss Devious has done here for this track this week, that is basically a Dragon's rudder. And real world birds today, I believe, have similar setups on some of the larger birds as well. They have an extra little setup on the bottom of their wings, and it acts as a rudder while they're in flight. So that's what the fin strut is on a Dragon. So says, of course, the research done by Miss Devious here at the page. So a little bit of fun facts to go with the corners here as we come around. We got Egon here in 6th place. We've got Superman in 7th place. He's about 2.3 seconds in behind right now. ATB's cleared Bandit here by about 1 second now at the moment. Bandit hanging in there real good. We got Matt now up into 10th place. So Matt's starting to make some moves here and slowly but surely making his way through the field. We got Jonesy up in 11th place here. He must be a fan of that Z4. We definitely see him cruising around in that. So we got Chip down in P12 here. Of course, he fell victim to the chicane there just a few moments ago. So sacrifice made here in Croatia tonight, and he's in here now with some damage on his car as well. Death is in 14th here, and I'm not sure what happened to Death. He might just be on a different pit strategy. I'm not really sure what's going on there, or he's pit for some damage. And of course, Vegas there we seen at the end of Hollow Bones facing Barrier, having a little chat there. So some of the drivers very early on having some issues here with Dragontrail Seaside, but we've seen it also last night from the pros. This Dragontrail, it had its claws and its teeth showing last night, and we're seeing much of the same thing here again tonight already. So Fast Ginger 2.5 seconds up ahead of Pete Snow, just slowly but surely opening that gap up little bit by little bit. But now Miguel has a mirror full of Soul Invictus here, and Soul Invictus is coming off 3 wins in a row now this season. So the driver looking to continue that momentum and continue his charge up the standings, but he's got a few guys he's got to work around here, and of course we're going to see some pit stop strategies come into play yet tonight as well. So it's Seaside. Anything can happen here. And right just heading up into Dragon's Lair right here, these uphill S's. So this takes us up into the, well, the exciting part of the racetrack. So let's stick with these two here as Soul Invictus tries to line them up, ideally before coming out of these next sections here. So we're going to head up into Hydra now, and this is this right-hand corner. You want to try and just clip the apex. Oh, and Soul Invictus makes an ambitious move, and he gets it wrong, and Miguel is just going to be patient. He's going to be like, thank you very much, sir. He went a little bit deep, I see, and I'm just going to take that right on back. So Miguel defending P3 there. Soul Invictus made a pretty big move there and spun that car around. Fortunate he didn't pay the price with damage there, but now he's on the chase again. So great racing awareness by Miguel there, up in third place. We have, we missed Mustang as he was coming through. We have Egon chasing here in sixth place. We just seen Superman and ATB coming through the feeding there, and ATB is on the move. He is starting to reel Superman in here a little bit. We've got Bandit here in ninth, and our championship points leader, CB Matt here from VPR Racing, is definitely chasing him down. So the battle is on here now in round 5. Appreciate you, Miss Devious. All right, we got Jonesy here as well. He's sitting there in 11th place, and it's going to be Matt going on the outside of the kink. That's going to give him inside position here coming into turn 2, but Bandit just sent it. Oh, and Bandit goes a little bit deep. Mistake there for Bandit. This is going to be CB's Matt opportunity to get it done easily, and he's going to get around there. So Bandit holding up on the inside there. Matt's going to take that position. It's going to be 9th place now for Matt, and Bandit just making a little bit mistake there. Just missed that braking point by about 10 meters and just went a little bit deep into the corner, and that was enough to allow Matt to get the run on the outside, heading up into turn 3 and out of Hollow Bones. So coming out of Hailstone here, Hailstone, sorry. Bandit now chasing CB Matt here in 10th place, but great recovery there as these drivers continue on down the road. Jonesy 5.3 seconds away from those drivers up in 11th and 10th place. We've got Chip here in 12th place. Of course, he fell victim to the feeding just a little bit, 2 or 3 laps ago. We've got Heathen here in P13, maybe a falling partial victim, maybe getting a rare sighting of that mythical beast there as he was coming through the chicane, and just had a little bump, little flirt with disaster there as he's got some damage on that car. We got Death here in 14th. He's about 10 seconds down now, so he is starting to pull these guys back in. And Vegas here down in 15th, so a little bit of a tough race here for Vegas as he's got some pretty big front end damage on that race car as well. What a save. That was a great save, wasn't it? That's some fantastic stuff here so far by our drivers. So we got 1.9 seconds between Ginger and PD. So PD's starting to reel Ginger in here a little bit. All it takes is a little wiggle when you have drivers that are so closely paced. We got Miguel. Miguel's trying to open up a little bit on Soul Invictus here. Maybe Soul Invictus, after that little wiggle, deciding just to lay off a little bit here. There's lots of racing left, obviously. It's only 10.5 minutes in on a 50-minute endurance race here, so we still have, well, 39 minutes remaining of this race. So plenty of time to make things happen here in this race. Right now, it's about keeping the car safe, not incurring any damage or making any unnecessary mistakes. So Soul made one of those unnecessary mistakes there just a lap ago, and now he's just settling himself back in and getting back into this race here. So he is starting to reel Miguel back in a little bit there as he's almost in that slipstream here in 4th place. So it'd be interesting to see as we get through the chicane how much these guys tighten up here. We got Mustang from ATK here in 5th place and 3 seconds ahead and 4 seconds in behind. Egon chasing in 6th. He's got 6 seconds to ATB currently, who has found his way around Superman. And I'm not sure if Superman maybe made a mistake or if he's pit here, but we have Jonesy here in 9th place. We've got Bandit in 10th. Superman here in 11th. He has made a pit stop. We've got Death here in 12th. We've got Heathen here in 13th, and he's made a pit stop, but he's incurred a penalty while doing so. Chip here in 14th place, and Vegas Paul rounding out the field here. Boy, Vegas Paul is really fighting that BMW right now with that front end aero damage, and I see an opportunity to bring up our championship standings right at the moment while these guys are just slightly spread out. So let's go through our point standings, and after 4 official rounds here, ladies and gentlemen, it is VPR CB Matt in the lead with 119 points. That has ATB very close behind with 107 points, and Sol Invictus in third there with 102 points. Egon sitting there in fourth place with 90 points. Petey in fifth place with 87 points. He's also claimed his Jack of all trades bonus already. Miguel is there with 66 points, and Bandit just in behind him with 52, and then is Jonesy with 45 points, Mustang with 42 points, Chip Reese with 41 points, Superman with 40 points, so right there in behind those guys. Vegas with 32, Ginger with 28, and Heathen with 28 points, and of course Ridge Raider had to step out of the series partway into the season. They're still on the board there with 20 points. He has points on the board, so of course he's going to remain on the board, because that's just right. Got to show the man some love. He was here from Flying Fox Racing. Alright, but it is Fast Ginger here in the lead of this race. We'll drop the banner once or twice for all you fans out there watching tonight here throughout the race as well. We just, we'll do it randomly like we always do here. Obviously, you guys got a good look at what was going on in that pro lobby last night, as we didn't have our banner available to us last night, but we have it back here tonight, so here we go. ATV here in P7. We've got Matt in 8th. We've got Jonesy in 9th. We've got Bandit here in 10th place, holding strong. Doing really great here so far this season is Bandit. We've got Superman here in 11th, and Death here in 12th place. We got Heathen in 13th, Chip in 14th, and Vegas here in 15th, and a little bit of lag coming from Vegas there, so just a couple of drivers with some slight lag here. So far so good. Fingers crossed. Knocking on wood. Not going to say anything further than that. So we see Paul just up ahead of Fast Ginger here right now. Vegas Paul here. So it's about 6-7 seconds, maybe, that gap between the two of these drivers right now. So obviously pit sequence playing a part of that. When the leaders pit, obviously he'll regain some of that time back on these drivers. But a little bit behind the field here right now, having an unfortunate start to his night tonight. Pete Snow here in second place, and he is managing about a second gap currently right now from Sol Invictus. So Sol Invictus has found his way around Miguel, and now trying to reel in Petey here in second place. Miguel here in fourth place, and he's looking in real good shape here for a nice, good, healthy stint right now. Ooh, Mustang there almost paying the price coming into the Dragon's Lair there, as he got a little bit into the dirt there, and that's a dangerous spot to be with these new physics and these BMWs currently right now. We have Egon here in sixth place. It's 5.2 seconds, so he's slowly but surely reeling Mustang in up ahead of him there. ATB managing that gap to Egon right now. It's about 6 seconds. That's about where it was the last time we went through our field here. Our championship points leader now up into P8 here, so from 15th to 8th place here so far in the race, and doing pretty good. He's 23 seconds behind the overall leader right now, who is Fast Ginger. Alright, Jonesy here in 9th place. 9 seconds the gap between him and the championship points leader currently. We move down to Bandit. 7 seconds there. And oh, hey, we got a fight between him and Superman. So Superman has found his way. And oh, a little bit of damage on Bandit there. Oh, a little bit of a mistake. Is he going to gather it back up? He does. He doesn't incur any. Ooh, he's going to have some greasy tires, though. Any further damage there. And that was a really unfortunate there, as Superman was on the inside to make the move. And just a little bit of a mistake under braking there, as you can see him just tap that wall there, and then get on that power and have to wiggle that car together. But a great job there from Bandit. So Superman's going to move up into 10th place. Bandit's going to drop down into P11 there. We've got Death here in 12th. We've got Heathen in 13th, and had a little bit of a rough start there in the race to his race as well. So had a little bit of help at the beginning of the race, but not sure what happened after that point. So there we go. We have Pete Snow now in the lead of this race, and Sol Invictus chasing here. So we must have had a pit stop, or something happened to our race leader, one or the other. Fast Ginger is in 8th place here currently, so we'll see if he had made a mistake or if he has just made a pit stop. Sol chasing in second. He's working hard here. Petey's doing a great job of trying to keep that gap up on him. Miguel here in 3rd place, so back on the podium here currently right now. We have Mustang in 4th place, so the drivers settled into this race quite early here. We have Egon in 5th. We've got ATB now up into 6th place. Matt is closing in, though. It's within a second now between him and ATB. You can see a little bit of a wiggle there from ATB's car as he comes around the corner. We have Fast Ginger in 8th place, and he did, of course, make a pit stop there, as I didn't see it on the screen. We have Jonesy in 9th place. Mr. Superman now chasing in 10th. He's got him there, 1.7 seconds away. So Superman is on the hunt here currently as he comes through Hydra and heading into Dragon's Breath. These little S's before we head into the feeding. Oh, I love that. The feeding, aka the chicane of death, ladies and gentlemen. And Superman getting a great wide entry into that. He's going to maintain. Oh, but the car loses it a little bit on the curbing there. He had a great entry there. He was really going to pull some time in, I think, on Jonesy there. He's still pulling in some good time here on Jonesy. So a little bit of a wiggle there, but he is gaining on the driver in front 100%. So potential battle happening here for 9th place by the time we get into Hollow Bones. Let's jump on board with Superman here as he gets into that slipstream. So you can see once you get that air pull, you can see how quickly it pulls that car in. And this is going to be no issue here. Superman is just going to get it done before he even gets into Hallex. And he is just going to send it now into Hollow Bones. So Superman getting the job done there and up into P9. And he is on the move right now. Jonesy's still tucked right in 10th place in behind. He's like, hold on. I want that spot back. We've got Death coming across here. He's currently sitting in 11th. Bandit here in 12th. He's made a pit stop. We've got Chip here in 13th. We've got Vegas still battling that damage here. This man is absolutely working this BMW here right now as he comes through the feeding. You can see the race leaders just creeping in on in behind him here. And we got Heathen here just chasing at 15th. So quite the race we got going on here so far. That's for sure. Boo the banner, it adds so much mystery to the strategy. I know the banner bothers the viewers, I'm sorry. That's just how we roll here. We got Pete still doing a good job here. He's still keeping about a 1 second gap on Soul Invictus here right now. But running into some blue flag traffic here now are these drivers. So that could benefit or not benefit Petey here as he comes through. And Soul is just right there. He's just chilling. He's just lurking right now. Ooh, we got, I believe that was, I'm not sure who that was, Heathen in behind, I think. Getting a lot of curb there. We got Mustang here in 3rd place. We've got Egon and ATB. ATB is under fire from Matt here now, so Matt is definitely got a hold in that slipstream here as he is on that rear bumper of ATB. And ooh, ATB just wiggling a little bit there as we come through Hailstone. So Matt's just chilling right now at the moment. Oh, there we go. We got Petey getting around Paul as we're coming through Hydra right there and almost making a little bit of contact, but great job there by those two drivers. The Soul has now that back marker between as they come through the feeding, so this is definitely the opportunity Petey needed to get a little bit more distance between him and Soul Invictus here as he's chasing, and everybody survived so far in the feeding here. We only have one victim that we've caught so far here tonight, but Soul Invictus now tucked in. He's going to use that slipstream now, Paul, here to try and get a little bit closer to Petey under braking here as Petey was already into the corner, and look at the time that Soul gained on Petey, and Petey is going to dive into pit lane. So that, no, he's not going to dive into pit lane. He is going to make it look like he was diving into pit lane. He's going to go around again. So, all right, fool on me, I guess. Hey, and Petey's going to go defensive here as we come into Hallex, but that is going to give Soul the inside line going into Hollow Bones. So, ooh, here we go. No, Soul's just going to... He's being very patient here. Soul is just kind of bobbing and weaving. He's trying to get Petey to make a mistake, and there it is. So, side by side now, Soul Invictus and Petey Snow for the lead here on lap 13, and they're still side by side as we coming into... can't remember the corner now. This one's Hailstone. That one I remember. Oh, we got Chip Reese moving slowly up ahead here. So, ooh, he just gets out of the way as the leaders are coming up that blind hill. So that was very fortunate there that the leaders just seen enough of what was happening up in front of him to be aware that there's going to be a car moving slow up ahead of him. So, whew, it's getting a little spicy up there in this the front end of the pack here. But Soul Invictus having a nice little battle there with Petey, and a little bit of bobbing and weaving and a little bit of mind games being played there from Soul Invictus. And he got Petey to open up that inside lane, and he absolutely just said, "Thank you very much, I'll take that," and moves himself up into the lead. So, ooh, Petey there having a little bit of a slide as he comes out of Hydra. So it's Mustang here, 7 seconds in behind these guys right now in 3rd place, and he has Heathen just in behind. So Heathen's made a pit stop where Mustang has not yet. We have Egon here in 4th place and doing what Egon does. Mr. Consistent, just chilling, doing his thing, running his race. We've got the points champion right now up into P5 here, so slowly but surely making his way up through the field. Oh, we got a yellow flag. We have a victim here. Who is it going to be? Oh, it's Vegas Paul. Vegas Paul is going to be our second victim of the night here, coming through the feeding, and unfortunate there for him, as well, 2 cars sacrificed here so far tonight in that sector of the racetrack. We've got Bandit here in P11. We've got Jonesy in 12th place. He's closing in on Bandit here. He's within that slipstream as well as they head into the Dragon's Lair. These uphill S's here. So here we go. This is always fun. I have a cheat sheet and I'm just ignoring it tonight. I almost have these memorized. Happy is looking for a great battle with Bandit and Jonesy. Don't be a victim, boys. Oh, there we go. And Jonesy took a look there. He tried to get a run, but Bandit got a good run out of the corner there. So these guys will wait, of course, till they get through the feeding, and then so probably continue on as we head into Chimera. And, ooh, there we go. Jonesy got a great run through there. I think he's going to pull in a little bit on the back of Bandit here, but I think that M6 just has a little more top-end pull than that Z4, but ooh, Jonesy is still right there. Just a little over 3/10 of a second, so coming through the corner here, let's see if he can gain on that M6 in behind him, and we got a nice little fight happening here between these two right now. Jonesy is working hard at catching up to Bandit here, and a good little battle for 12th and 11th place right now. We'll see if he swings out. Yep, he's going to go up inside as we come into Halleck's here, turn 1. Halleck, sorry. And he's going to get the job done, but that's going to leave Bandit in position here for coming into Hollow Bone. So here we go, side by side as we come through T's 2 and 3. And oh, Bandit got a little early on the power, and Jones is going to drive right on through there into P11. So super unfortunate there for Bandit, but looks like he saved that car. So great job there by Bandit as he just got on the power a little bit early in that dip there. And it just sent the back into that car around, but there's definitely some fight in that boy tonight. So, Soul Invictus now in pit lane. Mustang also in pit lane. Matt here in 3rd place. Coming into pit lane, we've got Egon going to follow these guys in. Miguel is going to stay out. So Miguel is now going to assume the late race lead here on lap 15 as he comes around. So he pit a lap earlier than these drivers. So undercut situation coming here from Miguel. Fast Ginger now back up into 2nd place. He was leading a pretty good portion of this race at the very beginning. That puts Superman now up into 3rd place, but definitely going to be owing a pit stop here pretty soon. Pete comes out in 4th with Soul just in behind here in 5th. We've got Mustang in 6th, and he has a side full of ATB who just flies around him here coming into the braking zone, and going to be a position gained by ATB. So 6th place for ATB, now 7th here for Mustang. We got Matt coming out, and I just ahead of Egon. Egon is pushing about a pit lane here, and then we have ATK's Death coming up in behind these guys as well. So through side by side. No, Egon just backs out, just tucks into the line here. Decides that's not the greatest idea as these guys are coming out of pit lane. They're on cold tires, so good racing decision there from Egon. He just tucks back in, and there's going to be battle on between these three as they come around the corner. What is that corner called? Ghost? Come on, Ghost. Come on, Ghost. Ah, it's Dragon's Wing. I can't believe I can't remember that, chat. The COD may cause death. The chicane of death. Alright, so we got Egon here in 9th. We've got Death here in 10th. Not too much happening quite yet there. We're going to be keeping our eye on that, though. Let's see what else. We got Heathen coming into pit lane, so here we go. Miguel, 4 seconds up the road here right now from Fast Ginger in 2nd place. Just put down a personal best there, but right now the fastest man on the racetrack is Soul Invictus with a 139.309. We have Ginger here. Nice and consistent lap times coming from that driver on the racetrack here right now. So we've got Soul now going to come up into 3rd place. So he's found his way around Pete quite quickly here. Petey has some pretty heavy damage on that race car, so something not going well there for Petey at some point in the race here. That is going to allow ATB to slowly but surely reel him in here, as ATB right now is damage free. Mustang much of the same thing, as he's out on fresh tires as well. Superman comes back out of pit lane in 7th place, and Vegas Paul is just unlapping himself there basically from Superman, and much of the same from Heathen. So Superman just settles in behind those guys. He's going to get those tires up to temperature, and it'll be game on from Apex Racing Superman. Matt is in 8th place, 2.8 seconds in behind him. Egon is in 9th, just chasing as well. That puts Death still in 10th place, and he's lost touch with those two just a tiny little bit here as they're coming around the racetrack here on lap 16. Jonesy's coming around here in P11. We got Bandit in 12th. We've got Chip here in 13th. We got Heathen in 14th place. He's got that blue flag being waved at him. Of course, he's got Superman in behind him. Ooh, and Vegas getting it a little bit wrong there. Vegas doing a really good job at trying to stay out of the way. Ooh, that's a tough situation coming up in through the Dragon player there, and Superman gets around safe and sound. So great job by both those drivers there, and you can see Matt just kind of maybe just sat back and was like, I'm just going to sit back and chill here for a second and make sure these guys survive this first. So you see a lot of quick decision making from our Pro-Am drivers here tonight, and it's been a treat to watch here tonight, I gotta tell you. Fast Ginger here in 2nd place. We got Soul chasing. He's 12 seconds back of Miguel right now in 1st place. ATB is 12 seconds back of them here in 4th place, and again, he's on holiday, so he's racing from wherever it is that him and his family are chilling right now. So that's some dedication coming from that driver right there, and much love to his family for letting them race in a hotel room here. So that's pretty fantastic stuff. We got PD coming in. He is going to, well, change up the strategy potentially a little bit here, most likely, and get rid of that damage on that race car. We got Death coming into pit lane as well. It's about time for him to be in the pit lane. We got Jonesy, and he's picked up a little bit of damage here. Bandit has picked up a lot of damage here. Chip has some damage as well. So some of the drivers struggling a little bit here. We got Heathen still being waved a blue flag, and I'm not sure. That might be because Matt's tucked in behind here. So you can see it's taken a while for the lead lap traffic to get around our guys that are quote unquote blue flag cars currently on the race. Pit stop sequence being a part of some of that. So with the fast drivers having a hard time getting around them, it does show that they are on pace. It's just we are definitely out of sequence when it comes to pit stops with the strategies from all the drivers here. So every time you pit, obviously that costs you time on the racetrack, which means the drivers that are at speed and at race pace are gaining that time on you while you're in pit lanes. So when they finally do make their pit stop or get back in sequence, the amount of pit stops you've made, you gain all that time back, and then once everything sorts itself out, we have a race finish. Some of it's self-induced. We may have had an extra repair pit from some of these drivers as well, but basically why we're seeing such a big gap in between some of the field here right now. We have Soul Invictus with a 38.7 as he comes across the line last lap, not just this one here, but one lap before that, so improving on his time there. We got ATB coming around. He's in 4th place right now. Mustang chasing in 5th, and maintaining about a 2-second gap right now. I wasn't sure if it was going down or up. It was just very slowly going up. Superman's 9.3 seconds in behind right now. He's got Matt, who's gotten around those the blue flag cars now, and he's back on the hunt for, well, Apex Racing Superman is that's the car that's currently up ahead of him. So looking for 6th place there is Matt currently. Egon not too far in behind him, 3.5 seconds. He's doing much of the same thing, thinking, all right, that's 7th place up ahead of me. I wouldn't mind 7th place. We got Pete down into 9th here with that little bit of a change in the strategies maybe there as he picked up some heavy damage on that race car somewhere along the way. Maybe he got caught up in the feeding there. Jonesy here coming across. He's in 10th place, start lap 18. So good race here so far by all our drivers. We got Death in 11th. We got Bandit in 12th. We've got Chip in 13th. He's in 14th. Vegas in 15th. We still got 15 drivers on the track. That's the most important thing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, VPR, let's go. Hashtag Venom. All right, it is Miguel, though, now leading things here. 6.7 seconds is that gap right now on the field. Vic coming in with that thumbs up. And I suspected we were going to see this driver at some point here looking pretty comfortable at the lead of one of these Pro-Am Division races this season. And right now it looks like it is Seaside for Miguel currently. Fast Ginger, he is chasing in second place, and he's been having a good race for himself here tonight too as well. Sol Invictus, always a quick driver. He's always putting pressure up front. It doesn't matter where we put this guy, he still manages to find his way through the field. So we had him in, I believe it was 12th place to start the race here tonight. And now he's up into 3rd place here. So we have ATB in 4th. And again, another one of those drivers chasing for that championship here this season in this Pro-Am division. We've got Mustang here in 5th place, and ATK looking good here tonight as well, as they have 2 drivers up in that top 5 currently. We have Superman here in 6th place, and I believe that is our first of our Apex racers here in the Pro-Am division. So Superman representing for the Apex boys here currently on the track right now, as look at solid 6 and only 3 seconds in behind Mustang right now. We've got Matt, championship's point leader, coming into round 5 for VPR Racing here. He is in 7th and not gaining on Superman currently, but definitely still there if anything were to happen to take advantage. Egon just in behind Matt, 4.7 seconds, so that gap is opening up a little bit between Matt and Egon now. And then we got Petey here in 9th place. Petey's challenging up towards the standings here right now too, so not ideal for him right now. He had something happen on the racetrack. He had forced an extra pit stop there to repair some damage a couple laps ago, and now he's just on that road to recovery here to try and grab what he can for what he has left of the race here. We're at, what, 17, just under 17 and a half minutes remaining tonight, so these races fly by. We have Jonesy here in 10th place, and he's been looking good, looking for another top 10 for sure. Death here in 11th place, a little bit of war wounds on that car, but not too shabby. We got Bandit here in 12th place. We've got Chip in 13th. We've got Heathen there in 14th, and Mr. Vegas rounding out the field here in 15th place. So a little spread out right now. Defeating. Oh, that's compliments to Miss Devious, and we're actually going to bring the track map up right now because we haven't had really much of an opportunity to get to our track here. So while we have an opportunity and our field is fairly spread out right now, let's bring up our track map for a minute. So Dragontrail Seaside here, ladies and gentlemen, on the screen in front of you. If you're on your cell phone, just turn your screen sideways. It'll be a little bit easier to see. I know there's a lot of information to soak in. We're just going to go through bits and pieces of it here for a couple minutes, and then we're going to get back to our race. So, Dragontrail Seaside, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 3.24 mile, 5.2 kilometer circuit. It has 19 left and right hand corners. It is a tarmac road type. It is an original circuit, and it has an elevation change of 125 feet or 38 meters. Oh, we got Bandit looking like he fell victim to the feeding there just a minute ago as well. Oof, unfortunate there for Bandit. So, let's talk a little bit about a couple of the corners. Let's go to some of the more interesting corners here. Of course, turns 2 and 3, or a lot of you call 1 and 2 here on this track, because that little kink is actually the first corner. But let's go to turns 2 and 3, Hollow Bones. Note 1. Hollow Bones is a medium speed series of corners that offers great opportunity for overtakes. Traction can be a concern in T3 due to the cresting hill. Note number 2, of course, then goes into turn 5, which is the Dragon's Wing. And that's Dragon's Wing, turn 5 is a high speed corner, but it's difficult to take flat out. Many drivers have tried to make this turn by cutting the apex curbing, but this has yielded various results. Not many have been favorable, and that tends to unsettle the race cars. So, Note 3, after Dragon's Wing, there is a very short straight, giving drivers limited time to get their car straightened and on the brakes for Hailstone. Hailstone offers great opportunities for overtaking. If you can't get it in the corner, great opportunity to get it on the exit. And note 4 here is the Dragon's Lair. The S's is a high-speed series of turns left, right, left. Drivers may need to adjust their speed before entering the Dragon's Lair. There is a few different lines for the section of track. Each racing line has its advantage and disadvantages, and we've seen that tonight here on the racetrack so far. And let's just go to the good one here so we get back to the race. We're going to go to note number 7 here. Dragon's Breath is a narrow, high-speed chicane. Drivers should think twice before trying to enter too wide. Do you have a death wish? If you manage to survive the Dragon's Breath, you head towards the Feeding. The Feeding is the deadliest chicane known to exist. Drivers from all around the world know this dragon is not a myth, and she's always hungry. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Alright, let's get that out. Let's get back to racing. So Miguel did make a pit stop there while we were talking about that, so that puts Soul Invictus in the race lead here, 3 seconds with 14 minutes remaining, and it is Fast Ginger Chasing who's now going to come into pit lane here. So that leaves ATB, the next car chasing, and well, you guys can see what I could see there. He's going to be looking to probably do much of the same thing as he comes around here. Superman is in 4th place here, and he has a chip race in front of him, so a blue flag car up in front of him here, and looking like he's going to need a pit stop here too before the race is over yet. So this is going to change up the finishing orders a little bit here. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out for some of these drivers. We got Mustang, who's now going to move up into 4th place, obviously with that pit stop from Ginger. Miguel is going to come back up into 5th. Matt is up into 6th. That's going to bring Ginger out in 7th place. Where is Egon? Egon's just coming up. There's a whole gaggle of cars coming up the road here. We have Bandit just up in front of him and another driver just up in front of him. We have Pete here. He's coming in to do some damage repair here, it looks like. We have Death here in 10th place. He's just coming through Dragon's Breath into the feeding that we were just talking about right now, and he gets through there nice and tidy there. 130 mile an hour as he gets on to the gas onto the exit. So not too shabby there from our Pro-Am guys. Here we got Jonesy. He's just heading into the feeding here right now in P11. He's going in with that Z4. This car's a little pushy, so and just as we say that, commentator's curse, I apologize, my dude. That was that's my bad. We'll take blame for that hit into the feeding there. A little sacrifice on behalf of Jonesy there. But I was just going to say that car's a little bit pushy, so a little harder to get rotated. So maybe a potential tricky sector for that car. And then, well, we see what we saw, chat. We saw what we saw. We've got Bandit just letting Egon get around there. So Bandit here in 13th position. Chip is in 14th here. And we still have Vegas here also in 15th place. So let's get back up front. Let's see what's breaking down here. We have 12 minutes remaining. This is the point where drivers are going to start pushing. There's 12 minutes remaining. You guys can see what I can see. Things are looking... It's going to be close. It's going to be close for this driver here. It depends. It all depends. It all depends. Whoop. Sorry, guys. Alright, ATB here in 2nd place. He's coming into pit lane. He's like, nope, I'm good. Superman's going to follow. That puts Matt now up into 4th place here. Mr. Patience, Mr. Matt here. He's just tucked up in behind Miguel there in 3rd place as well, with almost in that slipstream. So Matt, Mr. Patient here, he has just been stuck to his game plan, and it is paying off for him right now big time. Egon here in 6th place. Where is Superman going to come out? He's still in pit lane. So is ATB. PD's coming around here. He might be able to grab a couple of spots here depending on when these guys release their drivers. Nope, he's going to come out in behind. Ooh, big save right there by PD as he comes through Chimera, and boy, oh boy, the caudal fin struts right there, and it's still alive, still moving. So scary moment there for Pete Snow as he's coming into the final couple of corners. We have ATK Death here coming through Chimera right now as well in 10th place, looking real good. Jonesy, he's just got passed by Soul Invictus there, our current race leader on the racetrack. He's in here in 12th place. Got Bandit here in 13th. We've got Chip in 14th. And Spicy Race. Oh, and Vegas. Well, looks like Vegas had a little talk with Chimera there as well, and Chimera won. It looks like this time around. So Kilty coming in with that like and that share on the stream as well. Keep it on the road, boys. I just it's a raid, says Kilty. Oh my god. My guy. Oh, it's an Olander Gaming raid, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, everybody. How we doing, B-Fam in the house. All right, Soul Invictus, 25 seconds away now from the nearest driver, who is Mustang J. Miguel's in 3rd place, hoping that both these drivers need to make one more pit stop yet today and see if he can get himself back in the race lead before the end of this. And we've got Matt chasing here in 4th place, and he's about 1.6 seconds right now. Sorry, 1.9 seconds in behind Miguel and 1.6 seconds ahead of Fast Ginger chasing in 5th place. Fast Ginger looks like he's picking up the pace here a little bit now as this race's timer is starting to tick down. We're within 10 minutes, so this is about the time you're going to start seeing drivers push. We got Superman in 7th place. We got ATB in 8th. We got, looks like Bandit right in between the two of them here right now. Pete's in 9th with Death in 10th. So we have some of our front runners here in the championship not at the top of our race here tonight. That's going to change things up a little bit as we head into the points moving to round 6 as well. Got Chip here in 13th. We've got Heathen here in 14th. And, oh, it looks like Vegas got collected again in the feeding there. And he's just you can see he's just trying to get that car turned around. Oh boy, it has not been Vegas's night. He has sacrificed a couple BMWs to the beast within the chicane. That is for sure. How goes, how goes. Let's go Bandits and Superman. Goes good, Kilt. Goes good, my guy. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope work was really good, my dude. Hope you had a great couple day, or first day. Was it first day today or yesterday? Soul Invictus here in first place. 26 seconds is that gap. 8 minutes remaining. Mustang in second place. His gap not so comfortable here. He has Miguel absolutely hunting him down right now. Miguel is only just a hair over 0.8 of a second in behind, so just getting into that slipstream of that race car in front of him here, and definitely looking to reel in second place. So might potentially see a battle here for second and third place within the next couple minutes, or if not the next couple laps. Miguel's just reeling him in corner by corner. You can see it happening here. He's got that down to 0.3 of a second here. So Miguel is starting to put on the heat here on our third place driver. Let's see when he chooses to get the job done here. We're going to be heading into the Dragon's Lair, a set of uphill S's. This is the opportunity for Miguel to set up and try and get a move up the inside loop leading into Hydra before, of course, we head into Dragon's Breath and the feeding. So let's see if Miguel can get that all set up. He gets a great run there. You can see a little wiggle from Mustang there as he came out. Miguel is on the bumper. Is he going to take a look up the inside? Mustang's going to try and close him off, but he doesn't close him off in time, and Miguel's up the inside as we head into Hydra, and it should be easy peasy, but if he goes deep, it's going to be a cutback opportunity, and he gets the job just done. He just gets that job done, and it's going to be Mustang just slipping back in behind here in third place. So Miguel getting it done here as they come through the feeding and they survive. Let's go take another look at that, ladies and gentlemen. So great battle there for second and third place, and oh wow, that's as much as they're going to let us see here. 20 seconds goes by really quick, and just getting it done there. So great move there by Miguel to get himself up into second place. Let's go see what's happening through the rest of the grid here. We've got Ginger. He's only 3.5 seconds in behind Mustang right now, and Matt is starting to close in a little bit. So Matt here in 5th place. Egon still sitting there chilling in 6th. Superman's up here in 7th. We've got ATB just in behind here in 8th place. We got PD closing in on ATB in 9th. All right. We got Death here in 10th place and 16 seconds in behind. And we got some gaps here now. We got Jonesy. Looked like he just got passed by Soul Invictus there. Chip Priest here in 12th. We've got Heathen in 13th. We've got Bandit in 14th. And we've got Vegas here in our final and 15th position here tonight. So with 6 minutes remaining, let's see what happens. Soul Invictus here. You can see Jonesy's taking full advantage of Soul Invictus right now. He is just tucked right up in the leader slipstream here. He is just enjoying life. He's letting that driver just pull him right along the racetrack. And you know what? That is a great idea right there from Jonesy. First day today, back at it tomorrow, and loved it so far. Love to hear that. Nice work, Miguel, says Paymate. Let's go, Jonesy, says Kilty. So Jonesy's doing some pretty smart work here right now. He's just chilling. He's just sitting in the slipstream of the leader right now. He's making sure that he's not gonna, you know, he's just being a great race car driver right here right now. And smart decision making there by Jonesy. And Soul getting a little bit wide there, and you can see things are might be about to get a little dicey for Soul Invictus here. We'll have to see what happens. We've got Miguel here in 2nd place, and he's coming up on, I believe it's Vegas Paul here right now. So he is going to want to get around him ASAP. He's got a nice big long straightaway to get the job done here. So he's going to step on that loud pedal, and he's going to try and put a little bit of distance between him and Mustang right now in 3rd place chasing. But Mustang has a whole new problem here, and it is Fast Ginger right now. So the ATK boys starting to close up here, and this is going to be a battle for the podium. So there's going to be no love lost here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when these guys start to close up. We'll give it a few more corners here, and they might be right there. Matt 7.9 seconds in behind here in 5th place. We've got Egon in 6th and Superman in 7th. So Superman's on the charge. 7.8 seconds is the gap. PD in 8th place. He's gotten around ATB, so ATB has made a mistake somewhere. He's got some big damage here, and he's going to get passed by Death and Bandit. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide here. Oh, Bandit just backed out a little tiny bit there. I think that caught Bandit a little bit off guard, and ATB may not have been aware he was there, maybe potentially. So, scary moment right there, but Bandit just backed out there, and he's just going to keep going along his way there. So great job there by Bandit. Scary moments on the racetrack right there, and ATB maybe not seeing that Bandit was well, turning that into a 3-way sandwich as they were coming around the corner right there. That was a beauty. That was a beauty. We can't see the banner is back. Aww. Who put that banner there? That darn banner, I tell you, it just pops up, you know. 18.5 seconds in first place here. Miguel in second. Haha, see, I get to torture you guys a little bit too. It's fun. No, we'll show you soon. We'll show you soon. Soonish. We got Fast Ginger here in third place. So Fast Ginger has gotten around Mustang, and I meant to keep an eye on this, and I failed. Eddie got the job done either before or just after the chicane there. So great job to Fast Ginger as he's moved back onto the podium here. Mustang now just in behind here in 4th place. That still leaves Matt in 5th, and he's losing time on those 2 in front. We have Egon. Egon's closing in on Matt here right now. So does Egon have enough left in the tank to get another position here? That leaves Superman only 4.3 seconds in behind Egon, and he's been closing in as well. So things getting interesting in the midfield here. We got PD in 8th place. We got Death now up into 9th place. So ETB is bleeding positions right now with that damage on that race car. Jonesy's here in 11th place. 23 seconds is that gap, so he's got damage as well. We've got Chip in 12th. We've got Heathen here now in 13th. Bandit in 14th, and Vegas here in 15th. A little bit of a wiggle there from our 15th place driver. So it is Soul Invictus, and that gap was 18 seconds, what, 30 seconds ago? It is dropping quickly. Gotta walk the dog quickly. This is the worst time to walk the dog, Killed. What are you thinking right now? Alright, so race leader, 2 minutes remaining on the clock. So we're gonna have 2 minutes remaining here around the racetrack. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen here. Miguel is 13 seconds behind, and Miguel sees that timer coming down. He knows he's gaining on that driver. So I think the question is does he have enough time to get back around again and continue on another lap? He's going to potentially need another lap to catch Soul Invictus here. We've got Mustang in 4th place here as well. Matt in 5th. He is gaining just a small amount of time on Mustang there, but Egon is closing in 3.8 seconds. Superman is closing in on Egon. He's got that down to 2.3 seconds, and Superman knows that it is now he has to push. It's Pete Snow here in 8th place. It's Death in 9th. ATB still in 10th, and as long as he can keep it right tight, should be able to finish out here on the top 10 tonight. And we've got a couple struggling drivers there, as we see Vegas looks like a little bit of a lag there. I thought he went sideways, but it was just a little bit of lag there. I can rewind. Fair enough, Kill. Alright, so Soul Invictus here at that time is bleeding away quickly here from this driver. It is 10 seconds now. So, oh boy, Miguel, Fast Ginger. Did Miguel make a mistake? As Fast Ginger is now closing back in on Miguel here. So, oh boy, decision time here for these two drivers. That timer is coming down quickly on that race leader. You do not need to battle here. These guys need to push. They need to get across that start finish line before that timer runs out here. They cannot fight. If they fight, it's going to be a race win for Soul Invictus. If they continue on, it could be a battle for a race win between these two. So it is all starting to kick off here as we're coming around. It's going to be Soul Invictus here, and boy oh boy, he is so close on tires. He is so close on fuel. Miguel, Fast Ginger coming around the corner. Oh, it is 10 seconds to the start finish line. Oh boy, he's trying to slow it down. He's trying to get that timer to stop. No way, he's going to give it up. It's going to be Miguel. He's going to take the race lead here as he tried to kill the timer, but the timer went further than he could kill. It's going to be Fast Ginger here. He's still sitting in P3. He still has a shot here. He might have thought he was going to get past that line just a little too late. Might have let off there. He gave himself a little bit of time stop. It's Mustang in 4th. It's CB Matt in 5th. It's going to be Superman coming across with a P6 finish. There's going to be Egon coming here. It's going to be P7 here for Egon. So Egon's tires are done. Superman benefiting from that. We've got Pete Snow. He's going to come around here in P8. And again, he's got some front end damage. These drivers struggling tonight here on Dragontrail Seaside. We got Death coming around. He's going to be in 9th place. We're trying to keep an eye on where these leaders are. But Miguel, boy, oh boy, timing is everything sometimes in life. And tonight is Miguel's night, let me tell you folks. Unless something big time happens here while we're not watching, it's going to be a dramatic race moment here at DMJ CoW Round 5. It's going to be ATV coming around here in 10th place. And he's going to be followed by Chip ahead of him, finishing just up in front. We have Jonesy here, and I've just got to go check where our leaders are. Okay, they're in behind Jonesy, so he then coming across here in 12th place. That's going to put Bandit and Vegas Paul in 14th and 15th place. So it's going to be an 11th place finish here for Jonesy, and he's going to come across with a limping race car as well, as he's got some front suspension damage. So Vegas Paul, having a rough night there. He's just going to bounce. We love you, Paul. We love you, brother. GG is my guy. But it is going to be Miguel, and it is going to be Fast Ginger in 2nd place. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, big time. There we go. It's going to be Miguel Dizzle with his first race win of the season. It's going to be Fast Ginger with a P2, and it's going to be Sol Invictus coasting across the finish line, out of fuel, and with a dead left tire, front left tire. He's going to come across in P3. Oh boy, what a race that was, ladies and gentlemen, and that was pretty crazy. But GG's to Miguel, finally bringing it home here for himself this season with a P1 finish, and that was a great race there from Miguel. Miguel says, baby, VPR, baby. Solid P6, excellent run, Chris. That was a great run from all our drivers. 15 started tonight, 15 finished tonight. Appreciate you, Bandit, for the host. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Might not have been the night. It might not have been the night for some drivers tonight, but it was definitely some of the night for others. So that was some great racing right there. Let's bring up those order here before we lose our lobby here. So we're just going to take our pictures. So unofficially, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it won't be made official until we go through our process here. So the drivers have 24 hours to file any incident reports if they feel necessary, of course. If there are reports come in, they go to the stewarding office. The stewards take a look at them, and if need be, assess any penalties. And then, of course, the drivers, if penalties are assessed, have 24 hours to appeal from there, and then we release the standings. So this is unofficial results here currently, but it is Miguel in P1 here today for his first race win this season. It's going to be followed up by ATK Fast Ginger just a couple seconds in behind, so good race finish for Fast Ginger here tonight as well. It's going to be a 3rd place finish for Sol Invictus here tonight. The strategy not quite paying off for this driver here tonight, just 1 lap short of what he needed here, but he's going to take home that fastest lap point. So bonus point there still for Sol Invictus. Mustang's going to come around in 4th place for ATK Motorsports. CB Matt Merch is going to come in 5th place for VPR Racing. Apex Racing Superman in 6th place. Egon, who's an independent driver, in 7th place. We got Pete Snow here. Faded, I think, has something to do with it. I'm not 100% sure, but in 8th place. We have ATK Motorsports Death here in 9th place. We have Apex Guardian ATB in 10th. We have DDR Jonesy in 11th place. We have Apex Racing's Heathen in 12th place. We have VPR's Chip Reese in 13th. We have Bandit in 14th place, and DDR Vegas BHR in 15th here today. So great racing by the whole field here tonight, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. So GG's to all the drivers. 15 started, 15 finish. That's what we like to see. I am a happy host here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. All right, appreciate you, Joe. Congrats, Miguel. Good job, Fast Ginger. GG's, y'all. Hey, absolutely. So we're just going to wait. Give our guys some time to do their thing, you know. Pop up into the Juicy Podium interview box, and we're going to have a little chat. So, a couple new faces on the podium here tonight. Fast Ginger may have seen a podium in his first race of the season, if I think I'm correct on that. But hasn't just been falling short. They're disconnected last week, so definitely needed a good race finish this week, coming home with a 2nd place finish, and he had definitely had an opportunity there for maybe even a P1, but Miguel did everything he needed to do tonight. He got the job done tonight, so GG's to all those drivers. Hey, we appreciate you, Sam. We appreciate you, my guy. Jesse coming in with that thumbs up on the stream as well. So let's recap this race a little bit. Great race start by these drivers. We've seen Heathen and Fast Ginger have a little bit of some Rubbins racing coming into 2 and 3 on the first lap. Heathen just getting a little bit greasy there and saving that car up. So that was a great job by Heathen. And I'm not sure what happened to Heathen after that. It looked like he had a self-induced incident at some point throughout the race. Maybe he fell victim to the feeding and damaged that race car, and then he was just picking up the pieces after that. But he had a good drive. He finished the race. He puts in some 13th place points here tonight, and on the road to recovery here in the series for Heathen now as well. He made the race, so that's a plus for everybody. All right, brother. All right, brother. Keep me posted. Keep me posted, dude. Keep me posted. Well done, boys. Great race, and don't miss the end. Congrats, Miguel. I knew you wouldn't, Kelty. I just have to give you a hard time, you know. Got to keep everybody on their toes here. All right, let's go take a peek here. We got Soul. We got Miguel. We're just missing Ginger. All right. Well, we will start off our evening by talking to our third place driver then, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, congratulations, guys, for a well-fought race and your podium positions here this evening. And our 3 wins in a row here from VPR Polymath on screen, or Soul Invictus. Coming off 3 straight wins in a row. Looked like you were going to pot one in here tonight and just fell a lap short here on that tire and that fuel strategy. So talk us through your race and give us a little bit of insight to how things went for you here tonight. Absolutely, and a little bit of a different thing, a little bit of a different site here this week. Now, this is something that we don't see in too many leagues, actually. I actually enjoy this part of the series here at DMJ. We twisted it up on you guys a little bit. We tossed you in with a no qualifying race, and we set you guys up based off your championship point standings in reverse order. So how was that, I guess, affecting into your strategy coming into the race today, knowing that you're going to be starting near the back of the grid here tonight?
A bit more cautious. Try to pick off everyone whenever you can. Try not to be too eager in gaining a position, and yeah, just take it when it's open, and when it's not, just hang back till the opportunity rises.
Absolutely, and can you hear him now, chat? Can you hear him now? Can you hear him now? All right, we had a little audio faux pas there. Chat can hear you. So we're going to just refer back to the first question here real quick. Again, strategy not quite working out for you there at the end of the race there. So just give the chat a little bit of an insight on how you felt your race as a whole went today.
So the only mistake that I would say, we just had a small little fuel map calculation that was a little bit off. But other than that, I think the race went fine. I think that made a little adjustment. It didn't work in our favor, but I'm glad with the results. And hats off to the guys in P1 and P2. Congrats to them for pulling it off. Yeah, pretty much.
Fantastic. Go into the Discord server, Fast Ginger. Go into the Pro-Am division channels, and right at the bottom of that channel it says interviews. You'll see us in there, my guy. All right. So one driver having a hard time finding the room here. That's all right. Podiums, nerves, adrenaline, everything happening here. So Dragontrail Seaside, I mean, this track, it obviously it's famous for the chicane in the middle part of this racetrack. How does that, I guess, phase into your mindset, the nervousness at the beginning of the race, when you have to do this 29 or 30 times within that 50-minute period?
So, all right. So basically what it went down to was just going through the chicane and getting it as close as you possibly can. If I want to push it, you could do it full throttle just to get a fast lap, but that wasn't the plan in this race. It was more about consistency. If I can drop 38s down with medium tires, it's perfect. Again, the miscalculation was with the fuel mapping at the 20th lap. I was supposed to do it 2 laps before, but again, the chicane didn't really take a factor in. If anything, it just made everyone drive a little bit more cautious during that section, which you could pretty much see exactly how what happened. Some guys didn't get any damage. Some guys, had to face their fears with the wall. So, I'm lucky enough that I didn't have to.
Absolutely. I think for the most part, I think your assessment on that is pretty correct. I think that the division here tonight, the drivers on track tonight, definitely respected that particular sector of the racetrack, especially here tonight. And we've seen a couple of drivers struggle with it, but for the most part, it looked like the guys got through there relatively unscathed anyways tonight. But, difficult racetrack. It's a very kind of high-speed, technical, twisty-turny racetrack. If you've got the flow of this racetrack, you really just kind of dig it. But that chicane can ruin a guy's or girl's race at any given moment, at any given time. When it shows its teeth, it bites hard. So you made it through pretty good. We seen one little incident there. You went and made a attempted pass on, I can't remember who it was early on in the race there. You went a little bit deep going into the S's leading to the chicane there. Was that just a braking error, or did you just see an opportunity there and just weren't quite able to make that stick there?
You're speaking after the S's and the downhill
That's
chicane?
Correct. Yeah.
And, yeah, so what happened there is that there was, okay, so to be quite honest with you, what happened there was the person that was in front of me broke in a spot where normally I'm not used to seeing anyone break. So in order to avoid hitting the gentleman, I just went on the side and tried to save myself afterwards. It wasn't a pass attempt because I was carrying way too much speed. Again, it was just the place where the gentleman in front of me had pressed their brakes that threw me off. And in order for me not to, hit him from behind, I just kind of like went on the right side of the track and tried to clear him out of the way and save myself.
Well, and I mean, at the end of the day, all it really did was just cost you about a half a tenth a second there, just to get yourself gathered up real quick and get back right into the fight there. But we weren't sure what happened there. It didn't look like it was an intended move. It just looked like that the line was there and it just happened, and you went a little bit deep. So definitely see the clarification. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we always talk to the racers behind the scenes about racing decisions and how it's each and every driver's responsibility to make sure that they avoid contact at all costs to any other driver on the racetrack, even if it's a mistake made on their own or whatever the case may be. In this case, it was just Sol reacted to a driver braking in an unexpected spot to him, and he did the right thing. He took an opening that was safe not to make contact, and at the own risk of his race card, making sure he didn't make contact with the other car. Thankfully, it worked out for you, and here you are standing at third place tonight. So I appreciate that. And anything you want to add to the race here tonight, and any shout-outs?
Of course, I'm going to shout out our sponsors, Monster Restaurant Group, Let That Entertainment, AMB Raceway, and Cultural Sim Racing. Also, a shout out to my lady for allowing me to have the time to do this, and of course, the guys at the pit. We put our head down for this one and try to devise a strategy that worked. The strategy worked. It was just the execution, I guess, in my part, and both Matt and I, it was kind of lacking due to the occurring events during the track. But yeah, there's no excuse. Things happen. And yeah, man, fun time, and I want to give you a shout out and the team as well for hosting this. And again, hats off to the guys in P1 and P2. You guys deserve it. That was great racing, and can't wait for the next one.
Absolutely. It's Tokyo East counterclockwise for round 6 next week. Thoughts on that track before we send you off here tonight?
To be quite honest, I'm going to probably have to look that one up. I don't even know what that is. So I'm pretty sure it's maybe the highway track. One of those two, maybe. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm always excited for races, man. I just like taking part in the races. I like improving and devising new strategies for the upcoming events. It's just a fun time for me. And yeah, can't wait for the next one. And thanks again.
Hey, we appreciate you, and thanks for taking the time to come and talk with us after the race here this evening.
You have a good night.
You too. All right, let's go see if our second place, Mr. Fast Ginger has found the commentary spot. Fantastic. So our second place driver, ATK's Fast Ginger. Great race from you here tonight. You came in, I believe, at your first race of the season, found yourself a podium, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct on that?
I was one off, just fourth place. Yep.
Ah, okay, okay. So there we go. First podium of the season here for you then tonight, and a good race. And I mean, a little bit of frustration for you last week. You're just doing your thing at Trial Mountain and just dropped out of the lobby, unfortunately. So not getting an ideal maybe set of amount of points as you were looking for out of round four. But you came in tonight, a little bit of a twist with that reverse grid, put you right up at the front of the pack. You got away nice and clean, and you had yourself a great race. You stayed patient. You stuck to it. And here you are standing in second place tonight. So, how do you feel? And talk us through your race a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels great. Very good race. We had a lot of practice this week. There's a lot of technical spots, not just the chicane down there by the seaside, but there's plenty of other places where it's easy for the back end to get light coming out of those corners, like the very first chicane coming up at the top of the hill. That's a real popular place to lose it coming out. And then there's just a bunch of places where it'll just bite you when you're not expecting it, when you're trying to get on the gas. So just trying to practice, get those spots down. I knew I wasn't the fastest driver out there. I knew Soul was going to be the quick one out there. So it was a bit of strategy, trying to keep the best tires under the car. Try not to worry about fuel, though fuel was kind of a concern there at the end because I think it went one more lap than I had predicted. So I was just a little shy, and it looked like Soul and I had the same issue there at the very end. But yeah, my strategy was to start off on. I knew I was going to start at the beginning because of the points and the lack of points that I had. So I was like, I'll see if I can't get out to a lead, get out to the front. So I went on with the soft tires with I was going to go 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So soft, medium, soft, and just try to get ahead of the pack, try to stay out of trouble, try not to make any mistakes. I was setting 1 minute 40, 1 minute 41 times. It didn't matter what tire I was on. I was doing 140s, so it just didn't matter. So that was my strategy was just run my race, hit those time stamps for the pit stops, and just try to minimize the mistakes. And I think I pretty much did that. So yeah, it was a great race. Uh, Good racing with these folks. Had some really good race there. I knew at one point I was in. I think I may have been in first or second. Somebody had come in pits, had fresher tires, so I just let them go through. You just need to be aware of what other people are doing and what you're doing. You're on two separate races. You just got to be cognizant of that and just let them go through and do their race and not mess it up for both of you.
Absolutely, and I mean, very good race, very well thought out from some of the drivers here tonight. Not only some of our drivers that are obviously here we're talking to at the end of the race on the podium, but also drivers throughout the whole field. We've seen several instances throughout the race where we've seen drivers make that quick instant racing decision that you have to make in a situation that just happens in front of you. And boy, the decision making was fantastic tonight, and I think it rewarded the drivers that really paid the toll price of patience. And you were one of those drivers tonight. Much of the same for as much as Soul Invictus and Miguel, our eventual race winner here today. You guys had a plan, you had a strategy come in, you stuck to it, and it worked out really, really well for you tonight. But let's talk about Miguel now. You were reeling him in. You were right there. You had a battle potential for second place with 2 laps to go, and we were talking about it with the viewers while this was happening, and we were chanting and hoping you were hearing the broadcaster saying, "Don't battle yet, don't battle yet. You're gaining on the leader." Were you aware of that at that time?
No, I was just trying to get close. I was trying to get into a position to make a safe, good, clean pass. If you fight, I didn't know what was going on at the very lead. Obviously, something was, but I knew I was pulling him in. It looked like I was assuming he was on medium tires because he'd gone soft middle stint, medium at the end stint. So I knew his tires were a little older and were probably going off, and mine were only 13 minutes old. So I knew I had the tire advantage on him. So I was just trying to pick a spot. And I think I got close to a pass at one point in time, but it was too dodgy of a move to make. So I didn't really push it. And then I saw the time ticking, and then my little flash came up saying that I had less than a lap of gas left. I was, oh, crud. So I was hoping everybody just kind of back off and we would just let the time expire as we went over, and and it didn't. And then he just put the hammer to the floor and left us, and it was just up for me and Sol to pick up the scraps there at the end. But yeah, he had the perfect strategy. He played that last lap perfect, so congratulations to him on that for sure. Yeah, that'll be a fun one, and I wouldn't mind it. I like that track at night too. That's always kind of fun. It's well lit, so it makes for a pretty game, a pretty race for the fans at nighttime as well. That long straightaway is definitely going to have some. It looks like the M6 again will be the go-to vehicle just for the top end, the top speed of the car there. Uh, and yeah, it should be an exciting race. We should have a lot of good drafting and stuff into that straight lines and going into those corners, and then those walls are always just sitting there, just teasing you to hit them. So you got to be mind your p's and q's at that one. Be fast, but be precise. That's the thing about it, is just being precise, and again staying out of the walls. For another track where you just got to stay out of the walls. And pit strategy may be another one for this one as well because of the fuel usage. So uh, I kind of enjoyed the two pit stop strategy here. Uh, that way you're not really. I don't like fuel saving. I'd rather just put the pedal to the floor and go for it. So two stop strategies are always my favorite. I like when but I like when there are strategies, and I think this one will be another strategic race for everybody.
Absolutely. And well, I guess one more question before we let you have your final say here tonight. Do you sit back and watch that pro lobby, obviously on the Tuesday nights before it, and see how much their strategy varies from the strategy you have in your mind?
I did watch the race last night, but I did not really pay attention to the strategies. Those guys are so much faster than I am, and they're on a different planet. So, what might be a strategy for them to work might not be the best strategy for me. So, we did a lot of practice laps, a lot of testing for the race, and I pretty much figured just with the the potential for uh, the tires to really matter in some of the really challenging curves and places in the track, that having a good tire under your car was the optimal thing to do. So that's why I opted for a two pit strategy, just because I wanted a good tires for the whole time and not really have to worry uh, about that. So yeah, that's what it is. So we'll do some testing at Tokyo and see what looks shakes out for that one.
Absolutely, and very well said. And I guess anything you want to add to the race tonight, and any shoutouts?
No, just great racing, everybody. Everybody was it's I don't know what happened in behind me in turn one and two and three, or that complex there. Glad we didn't red flag it and we got through and had a really good race with a bunch of folks. Good strategies on everyone. ATK members, thank you for uh, hooking me up with this league and turning me on to it, because it's a great league, great place to come and drive and race against these guys. Mustang and Death were in the race with us. So, and Streeter Tom last night had a good run too. So, trying to represent ATK, Attack Motorsports, Sim Racing International Race Team here. So, just trying to do good for them. And thank you guys and GT45 YouTube channel for hosting the event and putting it on for us to watch. And I think maybe one of my kids or two of my kids are watching. So howdy to you guys. Thanks for watching. And thanks everybody for watching for that matter.
Well, howdy to the fam jam at home watching. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoyed the race. Second place for Dad tonight, eh? Not too bad. All right. Well, we appreciate you. And well, speaking of that family, we'll let you get back to that beautiful family. And congratulations on a great second place finish tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This man has been waiting for a while to have his moment. It is finally his turn. Mr. Miguel Dizzle coming in with a big time win tonight. The heroics on the final lap of the race. Sol Invictus tried to drain that timer out, but Miguel had the tire and he had the fuel to take this thing home one more time around the racetrack. Great racing tonight, Miguel. We've been waiting and we've been telling the chat over the season that when you finally get out there and you get a chance to get into that clean air, I think you're going to be tough to beat, and you showed it tonight. Great racing from you. Talk us through it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun. I had fun today. Honestly, I wasn't even aware that we weren't gonna have a qualifying. So last minute I had to change my whole strategy, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but it worked out perfectly fine. And yeah, I'm excited.
Absolutely, and it's been a tough start to the season for you. You had some incidents on racetracks. You've had a little bit of a slow start. We definitely got a great look at what you're really capable of here in the division this season. So a really solid race here. You had a strategy. Had like you said, you had to alter your strategy. Came in, but did you stick to that alter strategy all the way through the race?
No, I did not.
Mm.
I Wait. Can you repeat your question one more time? Sorry,
Yeah,
I guess 'cause
yeah,
my
no,
my
it's okay.
phone
I'm sorry.
my
I
speaker kind
speak.
of messed up.
I do talk a little fast sometimes. I do apologize.
No
I
worries.
was just elaborating on your last statement. You said that you had to change your pit strategy just before the race due to the not having qualifying. So on the new strategy, did you have to alter that strategy at all once the race started?
No, not at all. I, I I followed through with it and it came out perfectly fine.
Absolutely, and it was you didn't make too many mistakes tonight either. It was a really good, clean race from you. And again, this racetrack always lays in the nightmares of the race car drivers the night before race day. It's just the nature of this racetrack. Was the chicane on the back of your mind tonight while you were racing?
Honestly, it wasn't. I'm that's honestly one of my least worries on this track. I fairly comfortable going through it. It's just what I was worried about was going through it with traffic behind me or in front of me because that's a recipe for disaster. But other than that, no, I don't think it affected my way of attacking the track.
Absolutely, and is this a track you're fairly comfortable with?
Um, Not really, honestly, but I am comfortable with the chicane.
Well, there we go. You
Um,
don't hear too many
I'm
drivers
honest,
say that, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm honestly not a fan of this track, but I've driven it so much that I'm comfortable in it. I guess you can say.
Well, I mean, great points for you today. You're going to come home with 32 points on the night tonight. That's really going to give you a huge boost in those championship point standings. Definitely going to put you up, I think, now up and probably towards that top six factor. So halfway through the season, everybody seems to be really settling into the season now. Our new lobby hosts really seemed like it was a good connection for you guys to race on tonight. So
Yeah,
with all the good changes and everything happening here, what's I guess your goal for the last 5 races of the season?
my goal was to finish strong. The ultimate goal is to win every race, but they all the drivers are in this division are they're pretty tough components. I mean opponents, and
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, people hear the word pro-am division and immediately think, and I mean, that's just the nature of it, right? You have your pro division, so immediately the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, okay, that's the best of the best, right? But the pro-ams are right the next level underneath those pro drivers, ladies and gentlemen. So when you hear the word pro-am, don't turn a blind eye to it, because these pro-ams, they can drive, and you definitely showed it tonight. I mean, you've looked good all season long. Again, you've just been in the wrong place at the wrong time a few times this season, and it just hasn't worked out for you. But coming in with a nice big race win, confidence building a little bit. How do we feel about heading to Tokyo next week?
I feel calm. You know, the first few races, aside from the hiccups that I had, uh, I was quite nervous throughout the race. I'm not sure, maybe because it's the first time I ever raced in a league, or it's um just the competitiveness. But this was the first race where there was none of that. I was calm. I I knew what I had to do, and I just executed it.
Absolutely, and consistency really is key when it comes to
Yeah.
endurance racing. No matter what your fuel or your tires are, it always comes down to that consistency. At the end of the day, a consistent race car driver always puts him or herself in a position to do well in a race, and you've definitely been very consistent this season. So DMJ and myself here at GT45 Gaming, we're definitely looking forward to seeing what else you can bring to the racetrack here for the last half of the season. And Miguel came in just from the live stream as well when we were doing some qualifying. He got involved just from watching the streams, and now he's really seems to be enjoying his time in league racing. So first league race, so that means first league race win then of your career?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for making it a DMJ race. That's absolutely awesome. We've had 3 or 4 drivers this season with their very first league race wins here at DMJ. So how does it feel? I mean, how did it feel? Were you nervous? Were you, I know when I won my first league race, I had a little bit of a flurry of emotions go through me. So how was that feeling when you crossed that
I
checkered
think
flag?
I think that's me right now. Like, it's emotions are everywhere. Adrenaline is still high. It was it was intense, but I felt calm throughout the whole race.
Absolutely, and I mean, you're no stranger to the community. You've been around the open lobbies for a long time here at the page, so I mean, we definitely you're no stranger to the community itself and a lot of the drivers that you're racing against. So, I guess in comparison, league racing over open lobbies, which one do you prefer?
Oh, league racing, especially especially this league. I'm really liking it a lot. I appreciate you guys for hosting it and putting it all together.
Well, we appreciate you being here. We love to see clean, fast, and efficient and well spoken race car drivers here at DMJ and GT45 Gaming. And I mean, the fans really appreciate you. You always got fans cheering for you in the chats too. Each one of you drivers has somebody in the chat rooting you on too. So we just hope that the drivers are feeling those vibes a little bit there behind the wheel. But that was some really great racing from you tonight, and I know there's going to be some happy competitors there in behind the scenes as well to see you bring home your first win. So congratulations again. I'm glad it was here with us. And anything you want to add, and any shout outs or thank yous?
Oh, thank you to everybody that's watching. You know, just enjoying the racing, the competitiveness. Thank you guys again for hosting these amazing races and events. Shout out to all the drivers as well from the pro am. You guys are hell of a drivers. And shout out to Soul and I'm not sure who else was on the podium.
Fast Ginger.
Fast Ginger, yeah. Shout out to him. And yeah, shout out to you for the commentary and the stream.
Well, and I mean, we got Chad up in the house going, congrats, Miguel, right now. So, final shout out goes to you tonight, my man. Our round 5 Pro Am
Thank you.
division winner at Seaside, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the moment, and thank you for taking some time to come here and talk with us this evening.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, talk about some great interviews. You know what's the most fun about being a broadcaster? It's not, obviously bringing the action to all you folks at home, the viewers, but getting to talk to the drivers. I mean, obviously we build relationships with the drivers in behind the scenes, but to be able to get to hear them, to hear the excitement in their voice, to hear what they have to say about their competitors and the fellow racers and the officials and staff behind the scenes is always fantastic. So I always love having the new drivers on the podium in different weeks. We've had lots of regular faces here so far this season, but this week provided to really throw that wrench in the work that DMJ is looking for with these reverse grid lineups based off the championship point standings, to give some of these guys that may have had a rough start to the season an opportunity to get out front, get some clean air, and get a clean run and see what they can do. And boy, oh boy, did those drivers respond in round 5 here. Not only in this Pro-Am division, but last night in the Pro division. Out of the 6 podium finishers in this week's round, we've had 4 new drivers on the podium. That's what I love to see. And one of them, potting his first ever league race win here in his career at DMJ North America. I love to hear. And congratulations to Miguel. Very well-deserved race here today. The strategy was perfect. The timing was perfect for him tonight, and it all fell into place for his first race win. Fast Ginger coming in with his first podium of the season as well here at DMJ for ATK Motorsports. Fantastic driving by him tonight. And so Invictus, the man can drive. What can we say? The guy is quick, and I don't doubt for a second that we'll be seeing him in the pro lobby next season if he returns for another season here at DMJ as well. Always putting on a show here for us, but I've said it week in and week out. It's just going to take a good strategy, and he can be beat. And well, there it is. We saw it happen tonight. Strategy came in over the faster driver. So GG's to all three of our podium finishers, and to the other 12 drivers on the racetrack that finished behind those guys on the step tonight. GG's to each and every one of you. You tamed a beast. Some had a better day than others, but at the end of the day, the cars are going back in the trailer, and all 15 drivers are getting ready to head over to Japan and get ready for next week's race. So it was a good race. These guys, they spread out. They settled down really quick. And we did make notes during the stream that these drivers were making some very excellent racing decisions on the racetrack here tonight. I still 100% stand behind that statement. These Pro-Am drivers took it to a whole new level here tonight at Dragontrail Seaside. It is mid-season here at DMJ North America. And boy, oh boy, I think we're in for an absolute epic final half of the season from both divisions. The standings are tightening up, the action's heating up, the drivers are starting to feel much more comfortable around each other, and that's only going to make for much more closer and intense racing action. They have goals, they have motivations, they know where they're sitting in the standings. It's all on now to the chase, to the cup, ladies and gentlemen. Much love to DMJ Vroom Room. Of course, the amazing presenters of the series here. We have LWR Designs and DDR coming in as proud partners as well. Of course, D.90. That legend himself over there, our resident host over in the United Kingdom for DMJ Vroom Room and all the amazing racing events they put on over there. You like what you see over there? It's coming, chat. It's coming, folks. It's coming, racers. You want in? Maybe the Group 3 BMWs aren't your thing. We have new stuff coming down the line soon, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because maybe this one's not your thing, maybe the next one is, and there's room for each and every driver out there. So we appreciate you all, and I really hope you all enjoyed this broadcast tonight. We were a little bit late. We appreciate everybody's patience in that matter. We had lots to go over today in the race and a new racing host, so everything went fantastic. So thank you to the host. Thank you to our in-race official as well, Apex Racing Superman. And congratulations to all 15 drivers. The thing that makes me the most happy at the end of the night, ladies and gentlemen, is that to hear that drivers had fun and that every driver that started the race crosses that checkered flag and finishes the race. And we saw that tonight. And that makes me a happy guy here at GT45 Gaming. Of course, your host here for the evening. Much love to Hyper Graphics for all the overlays here. Of course, seen on stream as well, coming in, making things just look beautiful and visually appealing for everybody, and appreciate all the feedback on the stream. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments over there on YouTube and Facebook. We see you on both channels. We appreciate you. We had the Nolander Gaming coming in with the big time love in the raid. Nolander Gaming over on Facebook, absolute legend, one of the Pro Division drivers, and also one of our broadcasters here at GT45 Gaming. We work very closely with him. We appreciate him, and we love him very much here. Also, winner of the Pro Sportsmanship Award for the first time of 2 this season. 5 bonus points coming for Nolander for next week's race on those standings as well. I'm just going to get a little caught up here. We have a lot of stuff that I missed during this amazing broadcast because, well, the action was good on track. So we got PD coming in with the share. Appreciate that extra support. Nolander with the care and the double share. As well, speaking of the legend, Nolander B-Fam coming in with the other page with a care and like 4 shares, absolute legend. We have Nolander Gaming coming in with another share. Kilt coming in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shares. Nolander B-Fam coming in with another 7 shares. Chris coming in with a share, and Leandro from ATK Motorsports coming in, showing that love with the share on stream. Thank you for all of that extra support. Leandro, Chris, and Paul Blomstrom with the hearts on stream as well. We appreciate everybody. Hope we all enjoyed the race tonight. It was a doozy here at Dragon Trail. A few more victims here at the feeding at Dragon Trail. Sacrifices were made tonight. Again, our Croatian members and townspeople can sleep a little bit easier tonight knowing that the dragon has had its feeding. We hope everybody appreciates and loves what we do here at GT45 Game, and I hope you all had fun. And remember, We always proudly supporting MacMillan Cancer Support here. I really need to do this at the beginning of stream, but I always forget because I got so much information to go through. Yeah, next half of the season we'll start the stream with that. We do support MacMillan Cancer Support here through all DMJ North America events as well, ladies and gentlemen. It is who they support over there in the United Kingdom, and we are none too happy and proud to support them here in North America as well. So if you've donated in past events, we do appreciate you. If you plan on donating in the future, we do appreciate you. And if you're just here hanging out, chilling with us, we appreciate you just as much too, because it all matters, it all helps, and it all helps us grow. So, thank you. Hope we all had fun. Hope we all enjoyed the highlight reel. It was a little short this week, but hey, we'll have some more great clips for everybody next week. Check out the YouTube channel here in a couple days. We're going to start posting up these videos as separate videos as well. Make sure we go and show them some love here. Let's blow the YouTube channel up. We're 1 sub away from 300 when we went live here tonight over on the YouTube channel. So if you aren't following the YouTube channel, head over to YouTube. Just put in at GT45 Gaming. It'll pop right up, and hit that subscribe button, little bell notification, and turn on those live notifications. We are now on the road to 1,000 subs over on YouTube, and well on the road to 1,000 followers here on Facebook as well. So we do appreciate everybody coming in with all that amazing support. We're currently 715 out of our 750 follower goal coming in for the end of June. So everybody's out there crushing it, and it's those likes, those shares, and the comments on the stream that are help doing so, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook. We love you. We appreciate you. Stay winning. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you all matter. And I promise, Leo, the ending song is much better. We hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast, and, well, we'll see you soon. And we're planning on doing something a little more regularly here coming over the next few weeks as well, as we get ready to settle into our new digs and our new pad. But more content coming here from GT45 Gaming on top of the comms. So enjoy, everybody, and we appreciate y'all. Love you. And remember, tomorrow's a new day. Take full advantage of it. Keep your head up. Stay positive. And next thing you know, you'll be at home with your loved ones, enjoying life. We appreciate y'all.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life.
Yes, Joe, that is exactly what I meant. We are more than happy. You're right, the phrasing was poor there. Appreciate you, Joe.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna